Hey everyone, and welcome to The Devil is in the Detail. On today's episode, I'm joined by a very special guest, Chris Nichols of Nifty Auto. Hey Chris.
Hey Ben, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Doing great.
Finally, I get to nail you down away from a car and have this chat. It's been a long time coming.
It has. It's been probably about a year since we talked originally, and then you had reached out multiple times, like, hey, Chris, I want to get you on. I want to get you on.
Make it sound like I pest you every week.
No. You're good. You're good. I just was always so busy, and the thing was, I was so busy, but I didn't prioritize my time as great as I do now. So I'm glad that we were able to finally lock this in. I'm excited.
You know, a lot of the times I try and reach out to people 3 months in advance if I can, just to try and lock people in, because you know everyone's got things on. It is difficult, but hey, we're here, we're talking. It's good. It's happened. It's happening, or however you want to say it. So for people that don't know who you are, can you tell us a little bit about your background, your business? And we'll go from there.
Yeah. So I'm originally from the Panhandle of Florida. So I know you're over there in London, so I don't know how much you know about the U.S., but I am from a very, very kind of smaller town called Crestview, Florida. So it's about 30 minutes north of Destin. Destin's very popular for tourist seasons, and it's in between Pensacola and Panama City. So you say those three names, people are like, okay, I kind of know the area that you're from. And my dad bought my first car when I was 15 years old and showed me how to properly clean it. And growing up, I was the OCD type, so I always kept my room clean, my locker and school clean and whatnot. So when he showed me how to properly clean a car, I loved it and fell into automotive detailing. So I was doing a lot of friends and family, and this is 15, 16 years old. And I just developed a strong passion for automotive detailing. Fast forward to today, I am 25 years old. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. We have a shop in Marietta, so it's only about 25 minutes out of Atlanta. There's 7 million people in Atlanta, believe it or not. So wow. Yeah, so we're taking care of a good bit of I mean, we have several hundred clients, which is great. It's phenomenal. I mean, if I would have told the 15-year-old me that I would be where I am today, I wouldn't believe you. Definitely have gone through a lot of great times, a lot of struggles, whether it's from vehicle issues or employment issues or physical issues. As you know, I had an accident back in 2020 where I tore my ACL and
motorbike accident, right?
Yeah, motorcycle accident.
If Chris says I'll give you a lift in a motorbike, just get an Uber, everyone.
Well, it was just Atlanta roads are crummy. So basically my front tire on my Harley got stuck in this crack on the highway. I'm doing 35 miles an hour and like it got stuck in it. And I basically overcorrected. And, thankfully, it wasn't any worse.
No.
The bike took $1,200 to fix. And it was a very expensive knee surgery, but we are exactly a year past the surgery. Everything is great.
You're walking, you're running, it's all good.
Of course, yes.
So I see recently your business, you rebranded now from the iconic pictures. If no one has seen it, try and find it. I don't know if it's on your Instagram or not anymore. I can't remember, but your classic Nifty Nichols picture of you in your dark blue on the back of your van.
Yep.
You've now got a unit rebranded to Nifty Auto. Sounds a bit more posh.
Yeah, man, it's exciting. It's more professional. Nifty Auto is. Yeah. So for those of you that are listening and watching, the brand is previously known as Nifty Nichols Detailing. So my last name is Nichols. That was a name that was created when I was 17 years old. Again, just growing up, detailing was a side hustle. It was a passion. And I wanted to become more serious when I was 17, 18 years old. So I wanted to get business cards made, but I didn't want to just put Chris Nichols, like detailer. Like I wanted to separate myself. So the iconic Nifty Nichols detailing was born. Put it on a bunch of business cards. I look up, so those of you that are watching, I look up because on my wall I actually have a older shirt that I got from Vistaprint, where they make a lot of apparel and cards and whatnot.
Yeah.
The old logo was just Nifty Nichols Detailing, and it was like an off-brand BMW. And I actually started out not only doing mobile car washing, but pressure washing too. So it says mobile car and pressure washing services. So it's cool. But anyway, so fast forward to today. I never imagined the business to be where it's at today. All the opportunities that we've been gifted, and a couple of lanes that I kind of seen open within the automotive industry, not just detailing, but automotive industry, especially in Atlanta. We wanted to rebrand to focus more on all things automotive. Another thing is I didn't think about this when I was 17, 18 years old, but we're in business to potentially sell one day, and it would be very hard to sell my last name. So
true. So if you change it slightly, make it like you said, it does actually, Nifty Auto does sound more grown up, more professional. You know, and it's not just you; it's also like you as a business, and you can step aside, like you say, one day and
correct. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, man, that's a lot of another thing too. So it's not just me anymore.
No.
I mean, it hasn't been only me during this whole time. You know, yes, I am the face of the company. Yes, I love doing the whole social media thing. I mean, I love getting that exposure. But at the end of the day, within Nifty Nichols Detailing and now Nifty Auto, there's been a lot of people that helped me get the business to where it is today and continuing to help. You know, so. I ran into the issue so many times. Oh, well, I only want Chris to come clean my cars. I want Chris to do this and that. Well, it's not just Chris within the business, okay? This is a team effort. So within the rebrand, getting my name out of it, obviously for resale purposes, that was one. But two, it's not always going to be me that comes out to service your vehicles. And another thing, we don't just do detailing, you know,
No.
so.
Yeah, that was what I'm going to ask. I saw that now you've got the unit, you can obviously offer more services to your clients. What services do you now offer that you didn't offer when you were just mobile detailing?
So even when we were mobile detailing, for the last 8 months, we were doing paint correction and ceramic coatings, but it was in clients' home garages, and that was really like a cluster. You know, you had to travel around with lights, polishers. You know, it's best to get those clients with the garages that have little, we call them mini splits, but essentially climate controlled garages, and make sure that there's not a lot of dust and whatnot. But we've had the shop here in Marietta, Georgia for the last 15 months, and we've been focusing on not only the paint correction ceramic coating, but applying paint protection film, and it's kind of become your one-stop shop place. So again, an all-inclusive solution. That's what we were branding with the rebrand video within Nifty Auto, is an all-inclusive solution, because we have multiple clients where they drop their vehicle off, whether it's a couple days, a week, a couple weeks, and they're like, hey, I need new window tint. You know, so we'll either tint the vehicle if it doesn't have tint on it, or take the current tint off to retint it. Not only apply PPF, but if it has defected areas in the current PPF, we'll remove it to then put it on. We also offer paintless dent repair, wheel repair. You know, if you have a client where his wife has just chewed up all the wheels and they're just curved like none other.
I didn't say that for for legal reasons. That was Chris. Anyone can curb rash a wheel.
Anyone can, but them ladies, you guys just love hitting them. Anyways, moving forward. We offer wheel repair services and also powder coating services. So, hey, Chris, just got these new wheels. Not crazy about the finish. Can we get them gloss black or something? You know, we offer that. And I mean, just so much more within the rebrand. I don't want to touch on it too much, but just understand
keep some back.
yeah. Within the rebrand, there's new elements.
Nice.
That is more involved in the automotive industry and not just focusing on detailing. So we're very.
What about wrapping cars? Have you thought about that? Has that discussion happened?
So that's something that we are technically outsourcing.
Because that is an art in itself.
It is, just like paintless dent repair.
You can either do it or you can't. If I've seen bad wraps online and they look like the sort of thing I would end up doing to my own car, going, oh no, I shouldn't have done that. That's terrible. No, you would. When you watch a professional do it,
yeah,
it is like art. It's amazing.
Exactly. And another service that I didn't mention is we offer interior repair. So whether it's a vehicle that has a rip in the leather or the fabric is discolored.
Oh, that's really good.
You know, that's not something that we do directly, although we could. So there's a company out there, and you might have heard of them. It's called Color Lock.
Yeah, I know Color Lock are, yeah.
Yep. So I found out about them through the G Technic Summit out
They're
here.
really good.
Yep, out in North America, and they're very, very thorough. Like, they teach you everything. Like, they have so many different colors and tools and whatnot. But it's like my girl Brittany that does interior repair. She's phenomenal. You know what? She's been doing this longer than I can even process on how to do this. We're just gonna call her out and make sure she takes care of it.
That's what I mean. It's like you offer so much. You can say to people, look, we can get this done for you. They don't necessarily have to know you get it outsourced.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, well, easier probably for you to not do it and just keep doing it as it is, saying you offer the service, you outsource it. And that's lots of businesses do that. Lots of businesses. We have like marketing agencies, they will take care of the client's needs, but a lot of the stuff they won't do in-house, they'll outsource it. They'll just say to the client, yeah, what do you want to do? And they'll go and find someone that can do it. That's how businesses do things. Don't have to do everything yourself. You know, it's not as if you've got a team of like 30, 40 people and you've got a, 200 acre, not yet. And you got like a 200 acre like yard where you can have all these different areas. Like, right, we've got like 20 detailing bays. We've got some smart repair bays. We've got glass repair, tint, everything. You'll get there one day.
Yep.
But for some things, it's probably easier just to go, great. That car's with person A this week and they're sorting out that bit. That's great. I can focus on doing something else.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, so you've been following Nifty and myself for
a long time.
Yeah, time. So you see the clientele that we work with, and it's a lot of the higher end
cars, man. Some of those cars are lovely.
I appreciate it. It's honestly, it's incredible to work on these type of vehicles. We're doing a lot of Rolls Royces, Aston Martins, Ferraris, and things of that nature. But I do have some clients where, like, we're doing Ferraris that you just don't see. Like, I have a client that's got an F40. Like, it's
old school.
And then I have another client that he has 10,000 square feet underneath his house. That's
as you do. Yes, we all have that, don't we?
Yep. And he calls it the gallery, and because that's what it is. It's a
gallery of cars.
Yes, and I think the cheapest car he has in there is just shy of $10 million. Or, sorry, not the cheapest. Sorry. The most expensive.
He's 10 million. Wow.
Yeah. But anyways, so we deal with that type of clientele, a lot of professional businessmen, athletes, music artists, producers, and whatnot. And they're just like, take care of XYZ for me. Let me know when it's done, So that way they don't have to go
from A. Yeah. You can go, right, look, come to me. These are the services I can offer. It doesn't matter to them that you're not personally doing it.
Yep.
You'll get it done.
Yep.
And you'll get the car, like the leather, you could get to see like this, on lots of leather cars, normally it's the bolster, the side part of the car. You're getting in and out all the time. So the driver's one always gets hammered. Mm-hmm. And over time, it gets a bit wear and tear. So you'll have a little touch up, a little smart repair. So it doesn't matter if you don't do it. You can say, yeah, while we're getting your car cleaned, we'll fix that for you. Oh, there's a scratch in the steering wheel. Yeah, sure, we'll get that fixed. Gear knob needs, a fix,
Yeah, man. It's just the mentality of going above and beyond for your clients. At the end of the day, we're providing a service, and customer service is top notch. My first job was Publix. Have you ever heard of Publix?
No.
So Publix is it's a shopping center. So it's a lot nicer than Walmart. You know Walmart.
I know Walmart, yeah.
Yeah. So
we've all seen the Walmart memes. People that shop at Walmart. Oh.
Yeah. So here in the U.S., Publix is one of the nicer shopping centers. Really, just for grocery. I mean, you can't go buy a
TV
for your kids or anything. But anyways, that was my first job when I was 15 years old as a bagger, and what they taught me was customer service is key, like 100%. And I was actually watching a TikTok before we got on here, and you might have seen it, but basically it was talking about how Rick Ross was like 14 years old, and his first job was at a car wash, and he worked from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. making $30 a day. Like I could only imagine making that less of, you're working 12 hours a day. So anyways, he basically goes into saying, look, customer service is everything, and you really have to hustle for tips. So he goes into saying, hey, for an extra $20, I can go and take your car for a tank of gas. If you give me a little bit extra time, I can, in alphabetical order, put your cassette players. I mean, I don't know how old Rick Ross is, but he's a little bit up on the wiser side.
Cassette players. Oh, that takes me back.
Cassette players, like what?
Oh, I know what cassettes are. That takes me back.
But yeah, man, you gotta always go above and beyond for your clients, and
it's that fine balance, isn't it, of like, if the client says I just want this, and within that budget and time frame you can add a couple of extra touches without giving your like products or your time and away for free, then the customer will always appreciate that and keep coming back.
Yeah.
That, and it is, and you know what it's like. If a customer comes in and just says, right, I just want the car washed, I just need a good wash. And we know a lot of the times when your car is dirty, a good wash makes a massive difference. A proper safe wash can make it look amazing. You don't have to go the full hog and, have it decontaminated, machine polished, and then, ceramic coated. It doesn't always need that just to make it look good.
Yeah.
But if you can do that and show the client what you can do, then sometimes they might go, oh, actually, what else can you offer? I need this, I need that, and you'll pique their interest, and and then they'll, it's like anything, they'll tell their friends, work with word of mouth. I suppose word of mouth is big for your client base, especially because I don't know what it's like in America, but I'm pretty sure it's the same as it is in the UK. When you hit a certain client base of like certain type of cars, so some of the cars we've seen on your Instagram where it's supercars, Lambos, Ferraris, those types of things, they all talk to each other. They're all in the same circle. They'll go to the same golf clubs, the same business network meetings. They'll be part of the same groups. They'll say, oh, your car looks great. Who does that? Oh, this guy, Chris at Nifty Auto. Oh, here's his card, here's his details, or whatever. And that's how it works, right?
Yeah. No, word of mouth is huge. I'm going to be honest. So when I moved up to Georgia from Florida to start the business, April of 2018, again, we're October of 2021, tremendous amount of my business is word of mouth. And then me being 25 years old, like growing up with Instagram and Facebook, YouTube, and now the next best thing, which is TikTok, I kind of became very, very well known, yes, on social media, but just kind of knowing how to work that. So it wasn't until 2.5 years in that I'm actually running, I'm paying for ads. Like every now and then, like I would throw money for ads, like on Facebook or maybe like an Instagram post for like 7 days. But it was until 2.5, 3 years in that I'm actually paying a premium for a marketing agency to market the business, to focus on getting some of those higher end jobs. So even still today, word of mouth is incredible. It's amazing. But that saying, like you gotta pay to play, or you gotta spend money to make money. And I'm telling
targeted ads work, and you don't have to do it all the time. You can just go, right, we know we're coming up to, like, the books look a bit empty for this period. It's like in 6 months time or 3 months time, let's do a push and do a marketing push and get some clients in the diary. That there is a time and a place for it, and some people overdo it. Some people probably don't do it enough. Some people probably don't do it right. And if you've got an agency that you are happy with and are charging the right price for what you want, then it's a smart move, because they'll take care of.
Man.
Right? So how does it work then for you then with an agency do they do your Instagram posts? Do you give them content? How does it?
So I give them content, but they also take content from the social media postings and some that they already have, because they have worked with multiple other, and they still continue to work with other multiple detailing facilities all around the nation. It's not just in Georgia. So basically we pay a set rate every month. They run the ads and whatnot, and then we still have to put money on top of that for ad spend itself. So you're paying the agency their premium to do what they do, but then you still have to put money on top of for ad spend through Facebook and Instagram. But they actually provide solid leads that are spending not only several hundred but several thousands of dollars.
Yeah, so it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do, generating 100%. Leads, which turns into money.
Yep. But I will say the best form of advertising is most definitely word of mouth, because you can do a phenomenal job and you can get 10 clients, or you can do a crappy job and that one person that leaves the one bad review, well, you might be going down in history, or you're going to get a lot of bad attention from new potential clients or even older clients that have heard.
So let's just touch on that, because that reminds me of a post just a long time ago. I think before you had your accident, when you were mobile, and you came on your Instagram and said that you'd gone to a client, they didn't like something wasn't quite right, and like any good businessman, you went there the next day and put it right.
Yeah. With what you're explaining, it sounds like it was my birthday.
I don't know. I just remember it happened. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I remember correctly, is one of my clients that has multiple cars. And every Saturday we go and take care of his fleet. It's actually a family, 3 different houses. And this one Saturday that we went to go take care of him, it was honestly myself. I had to do 12 cars, and I started at 8 a.m. and my birthday was the next day. Like, I really wasn't trying to work all night or all day, so I not gonna cuss, but I didn't do the job.
Yeah, you half baked it.
Yeah, there you go. And I was irritable. I wasn't drinking enough water. I wasn't eating throughout the day, so I was very, very irritated. It was like in the summer. I had sweat going down my eyes. Like, I had just recently got a haircut, so like all the sweat was just going in I was just irritated.
So the day was just going against you. Nothing was working.
So here I am, man. I finish up, and 2 hours later, like after I'm home, showered, like I just get this nasty text message. And this is a very, very reputable client, obviously on a weekly basis, taking care of the whole family has 16 cars. So you want to make sure they're happy.
How many cars did you have to wash that day? 12?
Yeah, that day.
A lot of cars to do in one day, regardless of.
Yeah, and they're range from two-door sports cars to your bigger SUVs, third row seating. So it was definitely a long day.
That's a lot to do.
Yeah. So again, next day was my birthday. Like that night, I just wanted to
sleep.
Well, not only that, but I wanted to get up with the friends, have dinner, and get a couple drinks at the bar or whatever. And I just got this nasty email, and honestly, man, like I'm an emotional person, you know, and when this reputable client like came at me, I was like, dang, I really got to make it right. Like it doesn't matter. So that night I actually stayed in, and I got up first thing in the morning, 7 a.m. and I made sure to go make it right. What he was complaining about was a couple missed spots on 3 different vehicles. And again, that was just because I was irritated and I was just half baking it, like you say.
You know, that's the thing, isn't it? That's the customer service, isn't it? You realize, like, yeah, okay, I made a mistake.
Yeah.
And you put it right. There's probably lots of detailers out there, US, UK, wherever, have gone, nah, we'll have to deal with it. Like, I can't do it tomorrow. I have to be next week. And potentially you'll go around, fix it, and then that'll be it. You will never get that client back. As well, I'm assuming in your case, you kept the client.
Still taking care of them. But I mean, that just goes with anything. Like I have so much passion and I have so much care for each one of my clients. Like I can almost remember almost every interaction, whether it was at a gas station, like somebody had asked me for their card and it was several weeks, several months, like, hey, like, do you remember? Sometimes I remember, but I have so much passion and care for this, you know? So, not long ago, I just said, sometimes I get emotional sometimes when I'm doing business, but that's just because like I'm showing how much I care about that particular client or that particular job. I've had issues where I've broken windshields
on clients' cars.
Yep.
How do you manage that?
Well, one in particular, and let me go ahead and start by saying, anybody that's listening or watching, before you tell the client of an issue, make sure that you have a plan of action in place on how you're going to fix the issue.
Is this learning from experience or?
Yes, 100%, man. So this one particular issue, I don't know why, but I was using this, I don't know what you call it, but it's this nozzle at the end of the pressure washer, and it shoots it in kind of like the Tornador air hose attachment.
Yes.
But it shoots it in a circle.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
And my crazy self was using that on an older car, and it had like mold and mildew just all caked in
nice.
The roof rails and everything. And I was like, I'm gonna use this to get it out. And so I think I had actually lost the other tip, so that's why I wasn't using the normal tip. And I had foamed the whole car in direct sunlight. It was a darker colored vehicle, not black. And I washed it real quick. And this is where you guys have to be slow. And you might already know where I'm getting at with this, but I took the foam cannon off of the pressure washer and I put that Tornador or the Tornado attachment on. And if you've ever felt one, they got some weight to it. And it wasn't locked in all the way. And instead of shooting it towards the ground like I do now to make sure it's locked in and the water's flowing perfectly fine, it just nailed the back windshield of this.
Nice shot.
Yeah. So here I am.
You can't be the first person to have done that.
Probably not. But
people are watching. I want to hear if anyone has done that. They've attached something to a pressure washer, pressed the thing and gone, oh, fiddlesticks, and it's gone flying off and it's damaged a car and it's or whatever. I want to hear in the comments below.
Yeah.
So you've broken this poor person's back windscreen. You've gone, oh no.
Oh, so
that's not what I wanted to do.
Exactly. Again, I'm working fast. I'm in direct sunlight. I got soap, bacon on the car, and that was the first place that I had pressed the trigger for the pressure washer, and that happened. And I literally just froze. And I was like, "What did I just do?" And like, dude,
almost like that didn't really happen, did it? That's no.
Yeah. Oh no, it happened because I'm seeing the glasses shattered. I'm seeing all the foam going in this guy's SUV, and I ran to his front door. Like the soap's just dried on the car. I left the pressure washer on. I'm like,
you see those kids over there? They just threw rocks, sir.
Man, I was like, I was shaking. Like I didn't know how to tell him. Like that was the first major issue that I've ever had, and
those pesky kids.
And it was an older gentleman that I had actually taken care of 3 other times. So I kind of already had a relationship built. So that helped. If it was a first time client, that it probably would not have gone well. But moral of the story, he said, man, like, I get it. Things happen. I ended up getting him plugged up with a windshield repair company, and ironically, he had a chip in the front windshield as well that he had been wanting to get a front windshield too.
So you
So
did both.
yeah, so I was like, look, man, don't worry about paying today. I'm gonna take care of this and whatnot. And the service was like $300. The back windshield, believe it or not, was more expensive than the front windshield.
Is it because it's heated?
Yep. It has the defrost piece, and I mean, he insisted. He's like, no, I'm gonna pay for it. Like, he still paid me the 300, and the back windshield, if I remember correctly, was like $250, and then the front windshield was actually like 150, and then installation, like it was like a mom and pop company that came out to do it, and they took care of me on the price, which I greatly appreciate. But yeah, man, that was
what was the name of the company? We'll do a little shout out to them.
Well, I say small, but it's a pretty well known. It's called Glass Doctor.
Okay.
Yeah. They're pretty well known, especially down here in the southeast.
Well, we all live and learn from mistakes, but that's why we have insurance as well. So if something does go wrong, and it's like not just a couple of $100, it's going to be like 20 grand because you just dented like this whole side of a Lamborghini Huracan or something like that, and you're just going, oh no.
Oh, I got two good stories that I could tell you about, like whether you want to use insurance or not.
Well, we can keep that till the end. So
okay.
People will stay tuned. Otherwise, I don't want to lose any of my audience. Give all the juicy stuff away first. So with your business, you said you do paint correction, ceramic coating, and PPF, and that's all done in house.
Correct.
I noticed that you've done a lot of G-Technic like seminars. Gone out to them. Have you gone out to them like as their guest? Have you gone out because you use G-Technic a lot? I've seen you do use a lot of their products. Have you used other top brands? What sort of brands from your experience would you recommend to people?
Yeah, no. So just like most people, you're going to continue to use products that work great for you. And it's hard to go and try something new when you already know that this iron fallout remover works better than anything else because that's what you've been using for so long. The thing about G-Technic is my detailing idol growing up in Florida, that's all he ever used. And when I moved to Georgia, the North America store for G-Technic actually opened in it's outside of Atlanta, in Alpharetta, Georgia. And I'm like, that's 45 minutes away from me. And I'm like, this is a company that now has been around for 20 years. My detailing idol, Max Heisey, he's not really detailing anymore. But that's what he was using, and he was getting great results and whatnot from it, from not only the ceramic coatings, but the interior and exterior cleaners and whatnot. And I was like, man, like I got to go to this open house. Not to mention Max had came up from Florida, and I was like, man, like that's going to be an incredible experience, like going to the grand opening of this massively well-known company that provides great products, and with my detailing idol, like it was awesome. And since then, man, not only being local to G-Technic North America, just creating a great relationship with them, but just I like to call it the G-Technic family because that's what it is, man. G-Technic is just it's consisted of a lot of great detailers that just want to help you out, give you tips and tricks on all the products, not only ceramic coatings. There's a group on Facebook that I'm a part of, and everybody's just there helping you, and they just make it really family oriented. But to go into some other brands, I absolutely love Shine Supply. Shine Supply is a company that's based out of California by a gentleman by the name of Jeremy Stevens. He is very, very family oriented as well. Definitely not as big as G-Technic, but his products are phenomenal. I highly recommend you guys check them out. There are people overseas that sell Shine Supply as well. I'm not too sure on who all sells it, but I believe there's a couple people in the UK. And that's really it, man. I mean, I've used Glass Parency products. I actually, for those that are watching, if you can see, I got this fancy schmancy shadow box jersey. That's what it looks like. And it's an award that I won at SEMA. So I went out to SEMA back in 2018.
Lucky man, I want to go.
Oh, it's incredible.
It's massive, isn't it?
Oh, it's massive.
Everyone who's anyone goes to SEMA.
Yep. It's so incredible.
For someone like me, it's literally I could walk around and see like the detailing gods, or however you want to paraphrase that.
It's just the gods in the automotive industry, because that's what SEMA is. It's the largest business car truck trade show. And if you're a detailing geek like all of us, they have a whole just section of nothing but detailing products and people within the industry selling tools, products, chemicals, and things of that nature. But
there's talks, there's just everything. It's just anything and everything to do with cars and cleaning cars and maintaining cars, whatever.
Yep, exactly. But yeah, so back.
Did you manage to meet any top detailers when you were in SEMA?
Yeah. I mean, like I met the CEO of Rupus, the polisher.
Oh, cool.
They were out there. Like the whole team was out there. The guys from Lake Country Manufacturing, so the pads, they were all out there. Yeah. I don't know where the gentleman is now, but the owner creator of ONR, so the rinseless wash. Like I met him. Like that was a cool experience. Like that guy's wild, man. Like here in the US, he travels in like an older bus, and this isn't like your average bus. It's kind of like a tour size bus, but it's older, and he just travels and goes to these shows and whatnot. I've lost connection of kind of what he's doing now, but yeah, man, I met those guys. MTM, so like with the foam cannons. And not to mention, like you meet other people, like celebrities that are involved in the automotive industry, or just other people. Like I was walking around, and Ken Block, you know who that is?
Yeah, no, Ken Block is, yeah, Gincana and all of that.
Walking beside me, and I was like, no way.
That's Ken Block.
I'm like, that's Ken Block. I'm getting a photo with him. But man, SEMA is just an incredible experience.
Yeah, I really, really want to go.
I agree.
It just looks. We have a good one over here in the UK, which I managed to go to. It was the one the year before COVID.
Okay.
I was really pleased. I went out, met a few people that I've wanted to meet for a long time, that you talk to on social media, and some of the brands out there, and you just get to pick people's brains and just, but it's not anything like what SEMA is.
Yeah.
Nowhere near the size or anything, but yeah, I just see all like people's YouTube videos, like loads of different types of people, whether they're detailers, just car guys, just normal people, and you see it and you go, that does look amazing.
It's a lot. It's a lot. This year is the first year that they're doing it after COVID, and I know that
it's going to be packed. It's going to be packed.
Yes and no, because there's still a lot of people that don't want to travel. And I was being told that I don't think it's completely full. Like I don't think all the vendors are there. So this year is probably one of the best in a while for people to go, because
you can get tickets.
Yes, you genuinely do not have time to go and see everything you want and meet people that you want to meet, because it's so crazy. So I think this year is going to be the best year in a while.
Are you going?
I was invited by 2 different companies, but honestly, man, just with
Flexing
everything
there.
Okay, all right. I was invited, yes. But in my
business, not mention.
But no, man, we're swamped here in Atlanta with mobile jobs and in-shop jobs. So gotta stay on top of that.
I'll just watch the YouTube videos and just go, I wish I was there. No, but for me, I'd love to go and meet. There's one person I really would love to meet.
Who's that?
Larry. I don't even need to. Larry Casilla. Ammo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He is the one person I would just love to meet. He's like, I don't know, I just watch his videos. And so there was a couple of people when I was watching on YouTube, and when I was thinking about doing my channel.
Uh-huh.
There was the Stradman. I just used to like watching his vlogs. It was just funny and interesting, as well as like nothing. It was nothing to do with detailing, but it was just funny and interesting with the cars and everything. And then I'd watch some people's detailing channels, and I stumbled across Larry, and I was like, I really like the way he sort of comes across, the way he talks about things in like a weird nerdy way, but makes it seem cool.
Yeah.
And then you know what it's like when you on YouTube, when you find a channel you like, you do subscribe to it, and then you just follow.
Yep.
So he is one I would really, really love to meet. I was very fortunate that this year I managed to do one of these interviews with Pan. Such a nice bloke. I didn't think he would agree to it. I thought, no, he's like, I'm tiny, he's massive. It's you know, my following's nothing compared to what he's got. And he said, yeah, I'll do it. And I was like, okay. I was like excited for days. And I was like, right, well, if I can get Pan on and keep doing this thing, keep growing my channel, one day maybe like other people as big as Pan will notice me and then want to do it. But yeah, he's like the one person I just love to meet. Him, and then the people you see on his channel that he works with. You know, he detailed Barry Maguire's car down in California. It's like, come on, his black book must be amazing with people in the detailing industry. So to meet people like that, and then all the people that he's worked with, that would be pretty cool to see some of those people and just talk to them. Then you've got people like Chris Fix. That'd be quite cool to meet him. He seems like a cool guy. And again, doesn't really do. It is a few detailing things here and there, which are cool to watch because it's like extreme, which is great. But his stuff's really interesting because it's like fixing cars, but stuff you do it yourself. And it's just, again, you find a channel you like and you watch and you see he's gone to SEMA with Peak. Is it Peak Auto? Is that the brand? Yeah. So but things like that.
The thing is everything that you're listing out about these people, all these people that you're listing, the one thing that they have in common is they're all raw and they're all authentic. And that's why people like you and I love watching them, because they're just being themselves. You know?
Yeah, it's not staged. It's not. Exactly. But also, what's good is, even though those three big people that I mentioned, they have a lot of following on social media. They do make time to like either like a comment or respond to you, even if it's just a small response. You know, they do respond to a certain percentage of people on the channel or on Instagram or whatever. And it kind of makes you feel like they're just a grounded person, as well. Like other people won't necessarily do that, and they'll try and get all the stuff from it without necessarily say giving back, if you know what I mean.
Oh no, I 100% agree. I mean, anybody that, whether it's on Facebook, my personal Instagram, or the business Instagram, that congratulates or says some type of positive, or even if it's negative, I'm still gonna go out and say thank you for your positive, negative feedback. Or like if it's negative, thank you for pointing this out. Like I'm going to work on that. But you know, you don't get to where you are in life without the support from others. You know, that's like fans for where you're at, football, soccer over here, or American football, or even music artists. You know, like we don't get where we are if we don't have fans that are giving us, you know, the love and the support. So I feel like because they're giving you love and support, I feel like it doesn't matter
ways.
You have to go and show love, support for those that show love and support for you.
So as you mentioned earlier, in your business, when it was just you as your name and it was probably just you in your van, love the wrap on the back. That was quality, with big massive picture of you in this white. If no one's seen it, you have to go on his Instagram and probably scroll right through to the bottom, but it's there. This is massive, huge white van, and Chris is just on the back of it. So now there's a little team of you. How many people have you got in your team? And I'm assuming when you get someone new on the team to do the mobile details, you obviously like watch them like a hawk to make sure that they're at your standard, so that when a client says to you, well, I want you, you're like, well, I can't, but I'm sending out, I don't know anyone in your team. I'm sending out this guy. You know that his job is going to be just as good as what you would do.
Yeah. So the way that I've trained is a lot different than I've trained a couple months and a couple weeks or years back. I actually kind of got a lot of tips from Jason over at Chicago Auto Pros. That's definitely somebody that I look up to as well. Massive facility. I think they actually have 3 locations in Chicago, but he actually has videos on how they recommend on how to train people and whatnot. What I used to do is actually would just bring somebody with me for a day or multiple days, see if they like it, and just work alongside of me.
Yeah.
But my problem with that was I was loading the schedule out so much to where we're doing 6-8 cars, and these people aren't used to that like I am, and it was a little frustrating. So I've changed the way that I've trained since then. But to answer your original question, how many people do we have on the team? So I have a business partner that's actually been a part of the company for going on 2 years now. He's a little bit wiser. He's been in the automotive industry. His name's Gearson. Great guy, great genuine guy. And he's helped me in so many ways, not only helping hands-on in the business, but even on the back end of actual business office work. We're having a small conversation before we got on this live call, and I absolutely hate doing office work, and he helps me tremendously with that.
You told me you loved it, but don't tell him.
But that guy, man, he's helped me out a lot of ways, even like mentally, like running a business. It's a lot. Me being a young entrepreneur, it's a lot too. But we also have a guy that's full-time in the shop. So he helps with paint correction, ceramic coating as well, with myself and Gearson, my business partner. And then honestly, I have 2 guys that are part-time that help me with mobile. Recently, before the rebrand, I actually raised my prices because COVID kind of made things a little hard. But
that must be for everyone, though. There's lots of things in different industries where prices have gone up a little bit because mainly, well, one, I think it's twofold, isn't it? One, people trying to make a little bit of money back because they lost money.
Yeah.
And 2, supplies of things have gone up a bit. So then you have to reflect that a little bit in your price because you can't always swallow up. If it was only a little bit here and there, you can, okay, it's fine, I can take that.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's significant across multiple products that you need, then it's like, no, I can't. I've got to put my price up to accordingly.
Yeah. And I mean, not only had we grown in popularity, but I mean, myself and even some of my guys, like, we'll still to this day go to detailed training classes. Like, I actually have a training class in Birmingham, Alabama. It's about 3 hours away this weekend that I'm
road
actually
trip
about. Yeah. And the owner of Shine Supply, Jeremy, he's actually going to be coming out. And so it's going to be good to connect with all those guys. But the increase in price was not only, we're constantly learning, we're going to these detailed training classes, the cost of products have gone up, gas, I don't know about over there, but now here in the US they want to tax mileage. So there's a lot of factors that go into
tax mileage.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a separate conversation.
Yeah. So so we raised our prices and we weeded out a lot of clients that aren't here for the growth of Nifty. And our shop work has picked up tremendously. That I mean, quite frankly, I mean, this is just going out with a bold statement, but if you're gonna pay me to leave the shop where I'm doing the top dollar jobs, then you're going to pay the premium for myself and my team to leave the shop and come take care of you. And that's
if I lived in your area,
mm-hmm.
You mean for you to come to my house and clean my car?
Correct. The mobile side of business, whether it's at your house, home, or office, or wherever. Now I never want to get out of mobile, honestly. I love being out in the sun too much. But it comes with a lot, man. I mean, we're doing top dollar jobs in the shop, so it's hard to turn away from that. But it's hard to turn away from all the mobile clients that we have, because
You've had them for a long time, and they help start grow the business. And
exactly, if it wasn't for our mobile clientele, granted, we've lost a decent amount, but I mean, those decent amount, they weren't here for the growth. I wish them the best, and I hope that their mobile detailer now like does a as good of a job, if not better of a job than I've ever done. But yeah, man, things are just changing, and you gotta adapt, because if not, even like with social media, like marketing your business, like if you don't change with that and you don't adapt to it, then you're gonna be lost. You're gonna be kind of in the wind.
Thanks everyone for watching. If you liked it, thumbs up. If you didn't like it, thumbs up. And leave a comment below.